Bran is too greedy to keep early, so is Shadow Word of Ruin, but against a mage where I think the matchup might be a little bit slower, I'm gonna keep School Teacher. Mind Eater is awesome, and Shadow Word Ruin is actually okay if they end up getting an early, you know, couple of 5/8s out on the board, so I don't hate it. We also don't 100% know what deck they're going, but if they don't reveal themselves, Mind Eater will definitely figure out what deck they're going. Okay, they're playing Trog. It looks like they're going the more aggressive version, which is not great for me. Gotta love the aggro mage, which for some reason is one of the best decks in the entire game. They picked that instantly, which makes me think that it's probably one of these two. I don't think they'd ever pick Ice Barrier. I think it's gotta be Objection. We've got to bait out Objection with Bran, I think. Maybe we play Objection so they can't play anything. They'll know what it is, but this is at least a decent minion on the board to potentially contest 2 1-attack minions. They take their turn 2 to ping it. That's big for me. If they take their turn 2 to ping this, that's huge for me. You and your videos help me finally get to Diamond. Thanks. No problem, Max. I'm glad that you're able to hit Diamond. I'm proud of you. I really am. Do I want to play Bran? Yes. So now they're like, shoot, do I kill Bran or do I play Objection? If they don't kill Bran, they're screwed. If they play Objection, they lose a ton of tempo. So they're pretty much doomed here. I mean, obviously they could kill the 2/4. There's definitely cards they could get like Frozen Touch, which would kill Bran. But if not, getting 2 School Teachers is insanely good for me. Is it Frozen Touch? It is. Like, that's fine. At the end of the day, they've used many of their damage spells to try to control the board and not lose. We know that it's Frozen Touch, but we don't need to play it. We can actually hold on to this for a bit and just play tempo. School Teacher turn 4 is quite solid. I think Condemn is probably the best, but it's rank 1 all the time because it's not going to rank up while it's in my hand, so maybe it's not the best. Shadow Word Devour. I'm gonna say that's the best one. I'm gonna say Shadow Word Devour is the best one. Imagine playing that on the Behemoth. Are they even really able to kill the Behemoth? I mean, they could freeze it a couple of times back to back, but I don't know. Light It Burns. I mean, they're not gonna run any big minions that I have to kill. If that makes sense. Like, none of the minions that they're gonna play are gonna be that problematic. And even if they do play 1 or 2, we have Shadow Word Ruin. So it's not that big of a deal. Best deck right now, in your opinion? I don't know. I mean, favorite deck right now is definitely Blood Death Knight. Astelar comes down. That's fine. Perfectly fine. What do I want to play? Do I want to play Taunt? Look, I don't mind a Taunt minion at all. What do I want to play now? Do I want to play Devour and make the Taunt minion unkillable and just go face? Yeah, sure, why not? It'll kill itself, but this becomes like a 10 HP minion and it just soaks up a ton of damage. And since we're control, our whole goal is to just survive. All we gotta do is survive until we hit kind of a mid-late game power spike, maybe steal something good with Harvester of Envy, and then that is hopefully enough to win the game. Does this say minions have to do damage? If you dealt 3 damage, and this needs 2 more infuse. So it's like, I want to play this and then ping their face, but if I can't do that, that's fine. I'll probably play Objection next turn. I want to save Shard of Naru for when they play Agwyn, because I can't allow them to get a ton of extra spell damage. They might just play Agwyn this turn, in which case silencing it will be amazing. Pings me with Frozen Touch. It's been infused. That's unfortunate, but I can heal up. It's okay. Love that. Ooh, love that. We're gonna play School Teacher again. Not bad. Holy Smite or Bless? Okay. Boom into Bless into Slam for 13. If they don't have Freeze, this is going to kill them next turn. It's kind of insane. I mean, they could have it, but if they don't, like, let's think about what happens if they do manage to kill this 13/13. In order to kill it, they have to send a ton of damage into it. And if they send a ton of damage into it, that's damage not going into my face. I stay alive. They kill it. I can then play the Behemoth, and that'll keep me alive in a lot of situations. They get to play the infused card. They have a second one? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me that you had 2 of them. That pisses me off, actually. No, I'm genuinely pissed off. I mean, they have to use the other one, I guess, so it's not infused, which is nice. We don't want to play the Behemoth yet while they have nothing out on the board. And we steal Astalor to gain a ton of armor? Sure, we'll play that. I mean, we can also play this. We can also draw a card because we don't really need to gain that much armor right now. Yeah, sure, let's do that, and then this, and just dump.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Schlam. Heal myself a little bit, draw some extra cards here. We drew Zyrella. I mean, we're pretty set. We can play a ton of different things next turn. We can heal up with a big Behemoth. We can potentially burst them down with the Frozen Touch. They have to wipe my board. I feel pretty confident. And I don't think they can burst me down either. Like, nothing points to them being able to burst me. Because they don't even have Astalor yet. We don't even have to worry until turn 10. And we're going to hit turn 10 before them. So this will be Mana Thirsted first. Okay, gains 4 armor. Admittedly, not bad. Flurry, don't hit the 4/4. Dang, okay, unfortunate for sure. But I'm gonna say wiping the board's fine. Yeah, let's just do it. These go face, these stay alive. I would have liked for the... Really? You hit the 2/4/2, so now they're easier to kill? That's not good. What do you recommend crafting? I really enjoy abusing a Death Rattle of Rogue, but I don't know. I don't have the dust to keep up spending a lot. I mean, you should have gotten a dust refund on a couple of cards. I think that what Blizzard should do... Really? Oh, it's gonna be Deathborn. Oh no, because they run that. I'm genuinely so pissed. I am genuinely so pissed that this is how this is gonna end up working out for me. We'll play this, and then we're gonna play you. We'll take another Frozen Touch, actually. And then we'll take Thalnos. And I think we should be able to win the game in like a turn. No cap. We then go Mysterious Visitor, and then just go face. I don't really care about these minions. How infused are you almost? You're almost infused. Oh, you give me armor, which is good. And then we just go face. We can even go Light It Burns first to see if it ends up killing one of my minions. And not getting rid of my armor. No, we'll just play this. And then I will play Light It Burns here. Just to get rid of it. Hits my face, a little unfortunate, but we can go this, and then this, and this all next turn. Like, this is so much burst next turn, assuming I don't die. But yeah, the Deathborn, that's why I was super upset that it hit the 4/2, right? Because hitting both of the 4/2s played right into the Deathborn, which was just unfortunate, but I can't really play around that. But I wish they refunded the entire deck, is what I was going to get to. If a deck gets nerfed, like, if a card gets nerfed that nerfs a deck, take the, you know, 20 cards that are most played with that card, like statistically, because they've got those numbers. Take the, even if it's just the 10 most played cards, or, you know, the 10 most expensive cards, give dust refunds for all of them. Because don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy the fact that Blizzard is doing this, right? They're giving us the opportunity to change the meta with nerfs and bans, and excuse me, is great. But it's just, it's not good for like the casual player. It's good for the moderately casual, but like kind of competitive and above. But anybody who's just like pure casual gets kind of messed up by it. This does 16 damage, and then this plus this and this is 8 more damage. So 7, they have 19 plus something, that's 26. We're gonna be barely off, but they don't really have any healing, so I guess it's still probably worth it. Because we're gonna get both of these back anyway. And then this goes face, and then this goes face, and we're off by literally 1. But as long as we don't die this turn, which I don't think we should. Oh, this didn't die. How did this not die? Huh? Oh my god, if I lose this game because of that, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because I wasn't paying attention to this not dying. We have 6 damage in hand still. I think we should be able to win. Several things had to go very poorly for this to end up the way that it has, but... They do that, and then they try to burn me, but like, that doesn't do anything. Worst case scenario, I can't kill them this turn, and then I go the behemoth and kill that, but I'm pretty sure we just win here, right? Yeah, GG, well played. I don't know. That was pretty cool, though. Get rid of basically everything here? School teacher's keepable, maybe, but we're gonna get rid of everything because we don't really have an answer. Okay, we have Xyrella and Gift of Naru turn 5 if this isn't in Rage Warrior. Is actually really good because they do damage their own minions for me. To just go crazy. Is it ever worth it to run Renathal anymore in your opinion? I would say in Blood Death Knight, it is still arguably okay. I would say in Blood Death Knight, it is still arguably okay because you have a lot of flexibility. What the heck? You run this? That's kind of crazy. This is actually super good. What the heck? Oh no, and they're gonna gain so much. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna heal their minions so I play around them playing a weapon on turn 3 just in case.
Oh, thank you.
So that way if they play the weapon, they can't pump it up and make it harder to kill. I don't really think it does too much, but it does play around the weapon. I don't want to play Identity Theft next turn. I also don't want to coin out School Teacher either. Sanguine Depth. Oh, man. You're going to do it on that? Interesting. Makes sense, though. Don't get me wrong. I definitely think that that was the correct move to make. Do I want to play Identity Theft? What am I trying to steal from them? I think I'm just in survive mode, so I don't really care about any of this. I can go coin clean the scene next turn, maybe. Heal myself up a little bit. We're going to take a lot of damage next turn anyway. I'm okay with that. I say this because you said this reason you don't put losses in your video. You overreact and beat up over a misplay. I mean, that's true. I do that, for sure. Ow. Do I want to play Xyrella or clean the scene? I think Xyrella would be better here. I think Xyrella is just better here. Because clean the scene doesn't kill this, and we want to kill off as many minions as possible. Yeah, sure, we'll do it. This into Xyrella. This is gonna do 4. Wipes the board, and I get a minion, and we get to keep clean the scene. We still need to infuse it a little bit before we can do anything, but that's okay. And if they play something, we can always just equip this weapon to start beating some things up. I will admit that is one of my biggest board wipes now gone, so that could be a problem. Can you tell me which Death Knight is the best to climb to Legend with? Frost Death Knight has the highest win rate, but after playing both of them a decent amount, I'd say personally I think Blood Death Knight is better. And then Unholy Death Knight, don't even craft it. It's not even worth. Renathal is good for Concoction and Jackpot Rogue? No, it is not, no. The high Legend players have now made it a 30 card deck because it is better at 30 cards, at least from what I have seen. Or at least, maybe that's just, I saw like 1 or 2 builds like that. But yeah, they are mostly building at 30 cards because it's just better to draw things more consistently than it is to, I'd rather get pressure on the board. We want to really fight for board here. Horn? Yeah, I'll draw Horn. So I can draw more cards. I like drawing cards. Maybe we do get a dragon, I don't know. We don't, but that's fine. Anyway, because it's just, the 5 HP is not worth making all of your cards being drawn less consistent at this point. 10 extra HP was, because into aggro, if you had enough options, the 10 would not really, like, it wouldn't lose you the game a lot. But in this case, it is not enough, and it will lose you the game. So that is unfortunate. I have to figure out a way to kill this all off. I mean, they can hit, tap, tap, or I guess not tap, but, you know, ping, ping, weapon, maybe another minion, although it's not going to be that important hit. This is going to go to... What on earth are you doing? Them allowing me to build up is going to lose them the game. This is mind-boggling to me. I don't know what they're doing, but it's wrong. Sword. It goes on you. You're not great. I'll still end up playing this. We'll kill one off. We'll kill this off. And then we'll go face with this and this. I guess technically, maybe I shouldn't have hit with the weapon, but because I could have just hit with the 2 minions, but I don't think that would have really mattered. I think that they're trolling, no? Is this not trolling? Because, like, what? How do they win? I think this dies, and then I play this and then this next turn, along with maybe Desperate Prayer. Or maybe I can go like this. Okay, interesting. That's super weird. And then the 4-2 ends up living. That's not great. Iron Deep Trog. I mean, I can play it. I don't know what they're doing. They should have just... Like, how long do you think it's gonna take for you to... What? I can also light it burns that, but I don't really want to. Let's do that. We get an infused axe. What's the last spell my opponent played? I don't even remember. We'll go imbued axe. I guess we can go this for some taunt minions instead. Into axe. Yeah, we'll flood the board next turn. We'll just go this and hero power or heal. And then we'll play this, and just steal multiple cards from them. Yeah, it sounds about right. We'll hit him in the face as well because we know we're gonna play this weapon next turn. No overdraw. This is good. It's gonna be 5, 6 mana in total. And we get to steal 1, 2 cards. The infused axe isn't even really gonna do all that much. What a weird way this person has played. Wait, what was the last spell I played? Identity Theft? They just get 2 random cards though. Like they don't even get to choose. What a weird play. I'm flabbergasted by how this game has been going. Hey Core, how have you been? I've been doing pretty well. Lorthamar, good, and Blood Death Knight. I actually like it a lot because there are a couple of minions that like have abilities when they have the stats. Basically, the Gnome Munchers are good. And just having a ton of big statted minions in a control deck once you hit the late game is sometimes just too much for mid-range decks and even some other control decks to deal with. So I would say, yeah, Lorthamar's pretty good, especially when comboed with like the Jailer. I actually used to have that in my build. I don't know if I still do. I kind of forgot. Oh no. Luckily the weapon's infused though. Oh, that doesn't die. That's bad for me. But if I look at my deck list, I do not run it anymore, but you could still run Jailer if you want. We're gonna go boop into boop. And then it's gonna go boom, yoink a card, boom. Oh, shoot. Now that this is infused, it doesn't take a copy because the copy is no longer infused, by the way. I forgot to explain this, but that's how it works. We're going to kill that off so that way they can't continue to pump things up. And I guess push a little bit of face damage, why not? We still got Clean the Scene, we still got a lot of things. But since this infused, it's now a new card and not a copy. But the minion died anyway, so it didn't really change anything. And you're behind 2 taunt minions, which means you're still fairly protected. I could still maybe yoink a card or 2 from you if I'm lucky. But the fact that I took some taunt minions is probably enough to win me the game. Because I just need to stall, and if I can stall long enough, there's nothing they can do. I climbed with Lorthamar and Jailer. It used to soak Astellar damage versus Druids. Yeah, I do think that in a lot of cases it can be good. I just think that the meta's fast enough to where it's not going to win you games as much. So I put back in, because I took out the Corrupted Ashbringer, which is the 6 attack or 6 mana weapon. It's the 6 mana, 5 attack weapon with 2 durability and lifesteal. I took the Jailer back out and put that back in because the meta was fast enough to where I just valued the healing more. Light it burns is what you stole. I mean, that's fine. Still not worried at all. Like, this does not matter. Okay, the trade happens. That's fine as well. Still not concerned at all. I take 2. Oh no. Cathedral. Let's draw a card. Shadow Word Ruin. Cool, cool, cool. Let's play this and then heal up a little bit. Maybe play 2 taunts. I don't know. Feeling spicy. Deliverance. Illuminate. I don't really have enough good spells for this to really be worth it. Take Deliverance into 2 minions to protect me from a potential charge and go face for 8. And yeah, just keep pushing damage, I guess. Were the Renathal nerfs good or bad for the game, do you think? Were they needed? I'm gonna go on another Renathal rant. They were definitely not needed. Of all of the decisions they could have made for cards that arguably maybe should have been nerfed. Like, obviously there are like 80% of cards that are perfectly fine. Let's just say 20% of cards at least had like a 0.1% chance of being nerfed or better. Renathal was probably one of the worst ones for them to have nerfed. We're gonna keep Amulet of Undying to trade away turn 1, keep Mind Eater. We're gonna get rid of Xyrella though, because it's a bit too slow. We're gonna hope to get something like Mysterious Visitor. Disappointed in buffs for Unholy Death Knight. Hopefully they do something with it in the near future. I agree. I don't really think that they did anything. Like, they had the opportunity to pump it. They pumped a lot of things, and yet none of them were impactful or good. It's amazing how big of a fucking whip this entire buff and nerfs were, right? I think they hit Rogue right on the head, right? I think that was good. I mean, hindsight's 2020 in Thief Rogue being as strong as it is. I didn't expect it to be that strong that quickly, but it's fine. So that's, I can understand that. I want to play Identity Theft when they have less cards in their hand first before they draw anything else. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything for me. This draws me cards, which I think makes it the most valuable. And then I guess the sword, but like, and it reduces the cost of a spell, so it doesn't specifically have to be a frost spell. Or we can just take this, or we just take the Fury. I think we'll take a Fury actually upon further inspection. I think that's ultimately the correct choice. And then we can go a Fury kind of early with a Mysterious Visitor, I guess. Another, well, we knew they had another one, that's my bad. Do I want to silence it to make sure they don't draw any cards? But anyway, the nerfs they whipped, because then they also nerfed Prince Renathal, which was just probably the worst decision they could have made. Of all of the things they could have decided to do that were like even remotely talked about, like maybe they should do, like there's a list of things that they should do. Renathal is in the bottom 10% of that list of what they should have actually adjusted, and yet they still touched it. So do I want to play this now to reduce the cost of 3 things? The answer is I don't want to, but I probably will. Do I want to silence these? No, I need to save silence for the 4/3, so we're gonna leave these alive, let them draw cards. I don't want to reduce the cost of just a couple of things. We're gonna go this, and they're probably gonna coin out a Nuggling or something. We get Animate Dead, Call of the Grave. I like Call of the Grave a little bit more. We'll just go Desperate Prayer for now and pass. We need to save this for the 4/3 when they play it, because you know they're gonna play it soon. They're probably gonna play it this turn, to be honest. They're gonna double trade and then play it when they have a ton of frost spells in hand, and then maybe do something else. Or not. That's fine too, I guess. Sure. It doesn't matter what they buffed or what they did. They massacred the Prince, and so even though they slowed down the meta by getting rid of a lot of the miracle cards, aggro didn't get nerfed really at all, and it's gonna be even faster because there's less HP in the game. So, infinite wisdom, Blizzard. Good job on that one. 10 out of 10, absolutely killed it. Do you have a set stream schedule, or is it normally just at this time? It's normally just at around this time. It's not really a strict schedule or anything. Call of the Grave, though, we will play that and hope for Incriminating Psychic or maybe a Mind Eater. So we can play those. And then we will end up playing the Mysterious Visitor eventually. Playing the Scene, it's a cool card, but we're gonna play this. What do we get offered? We get offered... Wait. This is an undead card. No, wait, that's goated with a sauce. And then we'll play this so we can get another one. And then I guess coin Icy Touch this. So that way we have a little bit of more space in hand, so if we get 2 more cards, we won't overdraw. I think that's fine. This is not terrible. This is not great. But it's not bad. What did they do to Prince? They made Prince give you 35 max HP instead of 40. Are there any good mage decks? Haven't played mage since 2015. Big spell mage, aggro mage, skeleton mage is okay. There's ping mage. I actually think mage is like the widest diversity of potential decks. You have aggro mage, big spell mage, spooky mage, ping mage. Secret mage is actually decent, although it's not on the list because not too many people play it. Frost Strike, start giving me cards. Let's go. Let's go. Do you play in Europe or US? I play US. I'm playing the US server. Sorry to disappoint. We want to find Bran. We don't want to find Bran, sorry. We need to find Bran. Okay, an undead minion died. We can play this. The only problem is if I play this, I can't also play Clean the Scene, which means we're going to take damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards copied from them. We can play this if we want. But I also still want to just play Clean the Scene. I'm going to get bursted down so soon. And I can't coin this out either, but I guess I could play it next turn, which is pretty solid. I guess I do just go Clean the Scene and then freeze their face, maybe. So they can't hit me. Maybe freezing their face was a bit much, but I don't know. I'm kind of bummed that I stole the that card twice now, because it's pretty useless. At least they don't get to attack with that sword, which is nice. Are they going to play the 4/3? So I can silence it. This is why we've been holding the silence this whole time. If they don't do anything, we'll just play like this. And I guess we'll discover a spell, even though it doesn't really get me anything. Okay. That's, I mean, it's not great. I guess we can play this to kill off the 2/2 and heal up a bit. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Or we could just play this into the Nerubian Visor. But I think healing up a bunch and putting a big threat on the board they have to deal with. Because now they like have to deal with this, and I heal up a decent amount. I'm fine with that. I don't mind it. I'm at full HP. It makes it slightly harder for them to potentially burst me down. And maybe they have to send resources into a big 8/8 minion, which I do like. It's damage, it's not going face. I mean, they've already spent at least a little bit of damage, right? What decks are planned for the rest of the stream? Probably Thief Rogue after this, or Prester Druid, because Prester Druid's making a bit of a comeback in terms of it being decent. I don't exactly know what I'm going to play, and since I'm already playing a Thief deck, maybe I will end up playing Prester Druid instead of Thief Rogue. Currently unclear, but one of those two decks, and then if there's still time, maybe I'll play the other one. But most likely, I'll just end stream after I play this deck, and then one more. There's that. We need to silence it, though. We already know that's what we've been saving the silence for this whole time. Unless you want to kill off your own minion. Anti-magic shell. Fair enough. Freeze the 8. Fair enough. But again, this is what the silence is for. We have literally been holding on to this all game to do this. Okay? No, you kill it so I don't get to heal up a bunch more? That's rude. How oh, you ran out of time! Oh, that is just... Oh, I'm sad for you. I feel bad. But we silence that. And they just leave, yeah. Because their damage... Like, that's the thing about this deck. If this card does not duplicate the spells in your hand, your damage goes down by, like, 10 minimum. Hey, we'll keep the light it burns in case we need an early cheap removal. Because there are situations where we might end up needing that if it ends up being unholy. But most likely it's going to be blood, maybe frost. And it's not going to be a great card. But I'd rather have it and not need it. And then just, you know, dump it later. Than, not have it and when I need it. We get an Nerubian Visor, which is actually decent because both of these things are undead. So if they die, we will get this to be active, which is cool. 30 HP means it's probably not blood. It could also be a Thief Rogue, potentially. But yeah, I like Death Knight. I like most of the Death Knight matchups because I never really know what it's going to be. Because you go into it, and even if you know it's Death Knight, it could be Blood, Frost, Unholy, it could be a Thief Rogue, it could be a mix. Speaking of mixes, I feel like there have not been that many mix Death Knight decks, which is kind of interesting to me, because I feel like there should be a decent amount. Especially considering Patchwork is just a 1 Blood Rune card. Also, this light is so bright, we're going to turn it down just a tiny little bit. Anyway, since it's just 1 Blood Rune, I mean, I feel like you could do 1 Blood Rune just to splash him into so many different decks. But awesome, thank you. Hit him with a thanks. Now this is active. Sunwell, cool, why not? I can play that eventually. To fill up my hand, it's not bad. I want to play School Teacher next turn. I don't care about that, to be honest with you. That's just, it's dead. It's already dead. They just don't know it yet. But we kill this off. This will be 1 mana. We'll have 3 mana to play something else. Worst case scenario, I just play the Cathedral. And I'm assuming, based on how slow they're playing, it's a 30-card Blood Death Knight. It's a rogue? What do you mean it's a rogue? They literally just played the Baron. Zyrella will be nice later on. We're gonna go bonk. This is 1 card now, or 1 mana. So it's Frost, good to know. We'll play this, and I guess we could end up just playing like you, to be honest. And just start bonking them. Reduce the cost of some of the spells in my hand, that's nice. Goes on you. If it's a fell, it does more damage. I mean, I don't have any fell spells in my deck. I don't know why I would ever have fell spells in my deck, but sure. Siphon mana to honorably kill something would be so cool. That would be so good for me. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I have not played the deck with that and the Revelers. I have not seen that deck played. Okay, 2-4. I can play Siphon mana on that pretty easily, to be honest. Darn it, I need to stop saying to be honest. We went over this, and I've transitioned from saying honestly to be honest. And I say it way too often. I thought I heard my phone buzz, but it did not. Unfortunate. Whoa, Death Strike? Fair enough, I guess. I would like to draw almost any other spell here before I play Siphon mana. Maybe I end up just going you into a Noggling, and then worst case scenario, play this so I don't overdraw. Animate Dead? There's a 50-50 chance it hits Mind Eater. No, I guess I could hit the other thing as well. We'll go Clear Conscience. I'll boop, pump this up a little bit. No real well, I guess I hit with the weapon. Hit face, bonk that. Reducing the cost of Blizzard, which is nice. I want to draw at least 1 more spell, but also I'm kind of being greedy. I should probably just play Siphon mana as soon as possible. You know what? We play Siphon mana next turn. I also could have just played Nourish that turn. What was I thinking? Wait, Nourish that turn would have been so no. Okay, we need to draw Silence, and we need to draw Silence right now. We only have 1 in the deck, so it's highly unlikely that we get it. But not impossible. We do have an attempt. We do not get it. Unfortunate, but I'm not really that surprised. Boom, Siphon mana. The amount of burst damage they can do is kind of nuts. Bonk, Siphon mana. It goes on you? That's the worst one it could have gone on. But sure, why not? Light It Burns to kill this. They don't really have that many other minions. We didn't get the silence that we wanted, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. They only got 2 of them, which is okay. We got some good lifesteal. We got an 8/8 that can't really be targeted. I mean, that's gonna just keep doing face damage. We got some good healing. You're trolling. You're actually trolling. We play this, it kills the 5/6. We go face with the 8. Again, can't be targeted, which is nice. You're hitting the minion? Are you nuts? Okay, so they're just gonna concede because they lost the card. Fair enough.